down Heber Springs today, and we are just cruising around looking for any surface activity. We are after some trout today. We're in the dog days of summer, and it's been like 90, 95, 96 here in Arkansas. One cool place that you can always rely on, and that is tailwaters. So if anything else, if we don't catch anything today, we're definitely gonna stay cool, and that's a big goal. I brought the fly rod, of course, but trout is my nemesis when it comes to fly fishing. It's easy catching sunfish, you know, brim, bluegill, all the above, especially in a small creek. But when it comes to big rivers, you know, on a fly rod, it's a whole different ball game. So stay tuned, and I'll see you downstream. There's a fish. There's a trout. Yeah. Nice. About time. I threw about 12 baits at them. Can't figure out what they're eating on this morning. Put the hands real quick. Alright, trout number one. Beautiful fella. He's a small one. Go ahead and let him go. Sweet. Fish on. He's still on. Oh, good one. Good one. He did not like getting hooked up. Got it. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Sweet. Boy, he put on a show for y'all. Oh yeah, look at that one. Birdie, he's probably about 14 inches. Beautiful rainbow. Let him go. Nice. After I get a few on the line, I'm gonna go back to there's one, dry fly. Try to catch him on the fly rod. Trout's been my nemesis on the fly rod. Caught everything but trout. There's a little one right here. Got it. This one's way smaller than the last one, but a little cute fella. He wanted that brown rooster tail though. They are all around me. Like, I've already casted 6 baits at them. Couldn't get them on anything until I tied on this brown rooster tail. And then lights out after that. There's a bite. Oh, there's one right by the boat. He's tugging pretty good. Maybe I'll keep him on. Got it. He's a little bit better quality. Got one. I'm so excited right now. I got one on the dry fly. This is sweet. Hope I'm recording. I am recording. Oh, my first trout on the fly rod. Goal accomplished. This is sweet. Hopefully I'll keep them pinned. Oh, I caught him on a little pheasant tail fly. He's not big, but it don't even matter. Caught him right at the edge of the mouth too. Look at that. Oh man. Wet my hands real quick. Let me save that. Look at that beautiful specimen on the dry fly. So sweet. I'm gonna get him in the water and I'll show you what I'm using. That beautiful little trout. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for falling victim. All right, we'll let him go. All right, so what I caught him on, my fly rod. And this little pheasant tail dry fly. I don't know if y'all can see that. And he smoked it. What's great about dry fly, they just float on the surface. And you see that trout come up, It's either your fly or something else. So I set the hook perfectly, got him at the top of the mouth. Oh, it's awesome. So what I'm doing, there's a current break, and I'm sitting in that break, and casting actually in the current. All the trout are feeding in the current, and there's a few on that current break, but most of them are in the current itself, feeding on anything that's floating by. So I saw a trout surface. When I saw him surface, I worked that fly probably about 2 feet in front of him, and let it drift down to his face, and bam! I just saw my fly disappear. It's a good feeling. So anyways, we're gonna try to get on another one. The sun's starting to poke up though. I'm hoping they're still fired up and still eating, but I'm excited. I'm stoked. I am stoked. All right, see if we can get back out there and get another one. Already drifted off my spot. Oh, fish, dang it. I didn't know I had a fish on. That sun is coming up. I don't have my sunglasses on, and I just lifted up to fly again to make another cast, and there was a fish on it. Hey, come it. Fish on. Number two. Number two. Man, it's so much fun when you catch them. Another dinker, but I'll take it. I will take it. Yes. Small little fella, but definitely a pretty one. I was going to show y'all better than that, but it didn't happen. Well, since the bite has gotten cold, I will go ahead and share these couple of clips with you. A river that's been on my bucket list for a long time now, that's the White River. It's in Arkansas. A good friend of mine, he texted me a few weeks ago, and he's like, hey man, let's go kayaking somewhere. I was like, okay, let's go. And so we're looking at water levels and where to go and stuff like that, and everything was just dried up, too low to kayak and do like a day trip. So I'm like, hey man, the White River's been on my bucket list for 10 years now. Let's go hit it up. Because it's tailwaters, you're always gonna have some type of water in there. And so he's like, okay, let's go. At first I tried a few of my baits. I'm like, oh, I caught trout, you know, in the little red. Probably the same, didn't catch a thing. And he was catching one after the other. So I was like, hey man, what are you using? So he gave me one of these little drift rigs. It has a little eye drop sinker on it, a little leader with just a little bitty egg hook on it. Then maybe 15 minutes of switching to that setup, I caught a trout just like that. And it was just like your average trout, maybe like 12 inches, real small. And then went down further stream, and then it happened. I hooked into my PB. So I want to share that clip with you. And shout out to Michael. Thank you for putting me on that fish and showing me the waves of the White River. So enjoy. Big fish. Oh, big one. Oh my gosh. It's a big one. Big fish. Huge. Huge. It's a PB trout right here for me. PB trout. PB trout. Come on, stay on. Stay on. Come on. Come on, baby. Stay on. Stay on. Got him. Woo! This is why you do it. Look at that. Woo! He's probably a, I would say, 17-inch fish. Beautiful rainbow trout. So pretty. All right, we're gonna give him a drink. I don't want to take off too much of his slime. Woo! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. All right, we just pulled up to the house. I went ahead and changed real quick because I got hot. That's when I got off the water. It was just getting way too hot and the fish bite was dead anyways. So so my PB trout came off of this setup right here. They call it the trout rig. I know, pretty original, right? So you have the swivel. Then off the swivel you have a loop and a knot, and you have basically two lines off that loop. You have the line that goes to the weight, then you have the line that goes to the hook itself. From that knot to the salmon egg hook, you probably got about 18 inches of string here. And then where that splits off and goes to the weight, you probably got another, I would say about 6 to 7 inches. And that's it, that's the rig. And so what I did personally on this hook was I had 2 salmon eggs on here, kind of cover up the hook, kind of hide the hook. And then you can either tip it with shrimp, or I just kind of left it as is. So, and then basically you just cast it out and you kind of drift along with the current. This is the setup, it's called the trout rig, and that's what my PB trout came off of. Now it was only like 2, maybe 2.5 pounds. You know, that's big for me because I go to the Little Red all the time and I'll catch, you know, these 12-inch, 13-inch trout with no weight whatsoever. They may be 3/4 pound, you know. So when I caught that 17, 18-inch trout, I thought it was like a 5-pounder on there. It wasn't until I got him in the boat and like, oh, okay, he's fit, he's skinny, but he ain't fat. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't until I got him in the kayak where I was like, okay, he's not as big as I thought, but still a great fight, especially in that current. A 2-pound trout in super swift water, you think you got an 8-pounder on. I couldn't imagine catching an 8-pounder. So anyways, that was today's adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry the last 2 trips weren't kayak fishing. It's just been really hot and all the water levels are really low right now. So that's why I've been doing some wade fishing. I might do some wade fishing on another adventure here soon. Stay tuned and I hope to see you on the next one.